Y'all, good morning from me and Miss Kitty. Hey, welcome. I'm Tracy. This is my channel, Tracy from the Mermaid Cove. I'm just doing a little pop in to say hi. Let you see I'm alive and I haven't worked myself to death yet. Today, the carpet cleaners are coming. So that has been a tear getting wow, yeah. Yeah, they're gonna do part of my studio. I have enough stuff gone that they can actually do part of my studio floor and then my library, which is a whole nother level of picking up. Yeah, and then, the rest of my house. So Clara is, I believe, officially okay. She's had little issues. Number 2, I got a little mirror lock, so I have not checked this morning. Excuse me, but she's a little concerned. She doesn't like all this commotion, so at some point she'll be upstairs in the bedroom. That's one place I'm not going to go because I just couldn't cope with one more room to pick up. This is the first decent cup of coffee I've had in a while because I finally made it to Trader Joe's yesterday to get some of my creamer. And yeah, they changed their hours. They used to open at 8. Now they're opening at 9. That's not good because everyone is waiting. All the 8 o'clock people have to wait now. They be come and gone. So it was like a madhouse. So I won't be doing that. I'll have to go on my days where I go later. But yeah, so it was good to be in the Joe's. Excuse me, goodness. It is 6:30. I've been up since 5. So just when I wake up, you know what, I maybe sometimes I listen to something, spiritual and uplifting. But so I got up and I've been, I have given away hundreds of books, hundreds. Let them go to people, to book sale, to the vets. And so my bookshelves are pretty torn apart, right? So I just, one of the ones in my bedroom that has like sort of fiction, Jane Austen picture books, I just kind of spent time going through that and organizing it a little better. It's so funny because you think, did you declutter? But I had like double rows and oh my God. So I did that because if I came down here at 5 o'clock, who wants to eat? And today's not as bad because I'm home and I can feed her earlier tonight. But when I don't get home till almost 9. That's a long day for her. You guys, I even let go of some of my precious mugs. Trying to make room. People be able to bring stuff in. I freaked out a little bit because 2 of the sites I went on, they're like, wow, you must be unique. There's no matches for you. Yeah, there we are. You must be unique. There are no matches for you. Try not to take that personal. Anyway, I got more work to do on that today. And then, yeah, I'm just going to hang out in the kitchen while they're working. And right now, the only thing I really have left to do, I have some stuff on the top of the stairs going down. And then I have a bunch of stuff for the vets. I'm releasing tons of pictures. Like, my mom loved pictures. There's one picture, and maybe I'll take a picture of it. I know we had it in our, when we lived in Arizona. And my mom loved blue, and it's just not my thing. It's not my thing. And so I've just been going down and, taking stuff down. But some of it, you need to wrap it up because it's glass and it's awkward. And they're bigger, some won't fit in. I want them to see in a clear bag, and I'm just going to put on here pictures, I guess. But yeah, I must have 15 going. Yeah, that's good. It's okay. It's a hard thing, right? It's just challenging and physically it's hard. My hands are like killing me. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to my Care First team. I'm going to set up all that and I would like to get some therapy on my hands. And I also want a nutritionist to talk about stuff for ADHD. Like right now, I'm so anxious and I'm trying not to be, and I'm doing everything I can, like having decaf coffee. And actually having days where I have no caffeine. But this I had gotten, it was like, honestly, I wasn't shocked to think maybe it wasn't the best. Because I think it was $1.98. beef and bean big burrito. And this was 18 grams of protein. I did not scan it, I don't think. But the whole thing was 740 calories, not worth 1 calorie. What I did is, and the flour tortilla was like super hard. So I just kind of opened it and put a little cheese on the inside and ate that. So yeah, this was Walmart, I'm pretty sure. Do not recommend Tina's, that's it. There's different ones that she has. Not gonna recommend that to y'all. And let's see, what else is happening? I don't know. I just, oh, I know. So I'm trying to declutter my bedroom too. And I just have fabric stuff up there and, all this stuff that shouldn't be there. And I have made room now in my closet, in my studio, that I have my fabric in these smaller gray containers. So one, I can identify it, that's fabric. And two, it's easy to carry, right? And it's gonna store beautifully down there. So I'd gone through that one more time, y'all, and got rid of more. And even I could probably refine it down more. But what I was doing is, and I don't know if I brought it down or where I put it. That's not shocking, but I was just cutting snippets out some of the fabric that I found inspirational. And my idea is to have a sketchbook. And then, you guys, I apologize, it is not the company. I'm just pushing. But a little piece of fabric square and then inspiration to do a spread. I've been fighting, I felt so bad and I realized I hadn't really been doing anything artistic or creative in a sense. So I just started painting with watercolor, just dots. I've made a journal, a little junk journal, I'll show y'all. But yes, that's what's happening. Just keeping my sanity. I'm just physically exhausted. Mentally. But it's hard. It's just letting go more of my mom's stuff. And those of you who are new, maybe when I come back and I try to get regular, I'll do a introduction. But I lost my mom 7 years ago, and it's just, we lived together. It's just been really hard. And so that's what's going on there. So a lot of her stuff is going. And I found some stuff that's out that I know I consider an heirloom, but I, the beholder, I don't know about my niece, but I know my nephew would love it. So I have a trunk with her stuff in it. So I just kind of gathered, there's a cool book from her where she grew up and videos. We have family videos or videos of her hometown, stuff like that. Some cookbooks, some Capital cookbooks. So I thought, you know what, and to get to this thing is super challenging because I got stuff on it. So what I'm going to try to do, and I have her purse and her wallet and ID and stuff like that. Because I would think a little kid would love to play with that. If I had my grandma's stuff like that, I would have loved it. I don't know. I, the beholder, right? What I want to do too is write notes. A little bit of notes in there. So not now, because it'd be a very sad note. We'll see, but it's on my list of things to do. And I also have this book. I have to, to show y'all. It's downstairs, but it's I'm Dead Now What? It's really funny. It's got, here's how, all my bills. Here is my passwords. Here is this. Here's that. Look for this. Look for that. It's really smart because, instead of having a jangled mess written down, it's right there. So I need to work on that. But yeah, so that's so my goal right now is, I have to wait normally 48 hours to put stuff back, but I think because it's going to be warm. Oh God, it's delicious right now, y'all. It's 57 degrees. I have my jacket on. And my update on my air conditioning, my friend Kenny is, I'm not sure what he's doing, but I trust him implicitly. One of the few people I do trust implicitly. But they're waiting for some part or something to come in on Thursday, he thinks. But let's just play. God help me, because I think Thursday's 90-something. And I've weathered it to the best of my ability, y'all. But channeling my ancestors that never lived in the Arctic Circle and had no heat source and had to go to the bathroom outside. So trying to, deal with it, but it's just one other level of making me cranky and unhappy. But with Claire feeling better, that's pretty much what I need. And sometimes at night it's cooled down enough to sit outside, and I have poison ivy. I managed to get part of the vine down, right? I just have to get my gloves and put it in a bag. And then I have to go under my deck, which I have to have a hat and, God knows what's under there. And cut it. And then Beverly said to take some plastic containers, put one on top of it, and then at least it will grow into the pot, if not kill it. And maybe find some weed killer just for that. And then I have another area where there's a little road tree that I want to cut down. So maybe I'll get outside today and do that. Have it off my list, right? And I got to do some more weed whacking, but it's so funny. It ran out, and I thought, did I buy because I learned how to do it myself. My nephew used to always do it. I watched the video. Some things I can do. And then I thought, I had to have more than one. So I went through all my Amazon and I found it. So I have 2 more, and then I found them. So that's just all God waiting for me to see a video and put it together. In my garage, I haven't been parking in it because I have it torn apart, which is fine. And that's probably what's going to happen is I'll spend my morning doing a little gardening and be in the garage. And I'm just throwing stuff out. Especially, just some stuff recycled. And again, like I said, if I have 40 puzzles that I have not done, I love doing puzzles, but they're all time consuming. And I thought, let's let some go. Some I've already taken to the library. People love puzzles. And we can't do 1,000-piece puzzles because our table's not big enough, but I have brought lots to there. As a matter of fact, I got to declutter all that and organize that better. And we do puzzle exchanges. But I've let go of right now 10. And I'll let more go. But some things are a possibility I don't want to kill because I do love puzzles. But I'll give you an example. So I've been collecting old some are my old graphic t-shirts. And then, I buy them thrifting, and especially little kids ones so what I want to do is make a scarf, right? So, you need squares or that kind of thing. So sometimes their graphics fit perfectly. But I was thinking to myself, I thought, how many, because I have 2 huge bags full of stuff. So how many scarves, in my mind, I was going to give everyone for Christmas. Well, guess what? Maybe everyone doesn't want one. Not everyone has my aesthetic. You're not going to sell them. More than likely. Yeah, my friend Michelle is selling her crochet stuff. I could probably slip a few her way. But also some of the shirts are nice. So I thought, I've started the process, but then Claire demanded breakfast. And I have a whole food area and water set up for her. I didn't want her to see it. So I thought, let's let go of, not that you can't do it. I do want to make 1 or 2 for myself because it's a cool way to use old t-shirts. And also my friend Mary was saying that, I could send her stuff and she'd make a lap quilt or something. But I'm not sure any of that's nice enough for that. But that's what I'm going to keep enough. And I have one sort of like it. It's done with Christmas material. And then I am saving the Christmas one. So that will be fun. But so I'm going to let go of that. I'm going to make it really containable and easy to do, right? And so right now I have about 10 shirts that are perfect. I'm going to give to the vets. So that makes me feel good and have it be reasonable because in my head it's this huge, I'm going to make hundreds of them. Because if I'm going to do it, I'm all in. But I thought, you know what? You can make 3. Figure out how many you might need and, not today, but I just went through all my scarves, y'all. Everyone at work got some, which was fun. And a girl, Mindy and Catherine, they got their share. And so the other thing is I'm not I've talked about, I'm not a candle person because my father scared me. And I do like the little Trader Joe's one, though I'm not sure if they're toxic or not. But I have a lot of soy candles, and my mom loved candles, right? But I don't. I thought, well, I'll give these away for Christmas. I'm like, you know what? You have no idea what the hell's happening at Christmas. I said, so I took them to work. I put them on the table and everyone took what they wanted. And then I think I'm sending one to someone I used to work at. And then I have one left. So wrap it up, head it to the food bank. keep saying food bank, you guys. I have a local food bank where my mom and I supported. And the woman who ran it, Jo, she was wonderful. And she passed away. It's just like, I swear to you, the loss I've had in the last 5 years is unimaginable. But anyway, she, not crying. There's no crying in baseball. So, and she loved my stuff. So I could give her anything because she would get it to the right person or they would sell it or whatever they did. I did not care. But she's gone and they're just doing food. So now I have the vets to do it with, which it makes me happy. My dad was a vet and my mom loved vets and she always supported vets organizations. So when I'm older and retired, can't imagine, but I would like to do something with like military families maybe. I don't know. I have a friend that, I think she's a friend anyway, but does hospice and it suits her well. I'm not sure that I could do hospice until I'm probably ready for hospice. You have to, it's, you know, it's amazing, but I do want to do something to help people. It's just if I'm in if it's a hard situation, you know, I don't know, maybe even 10, 15 years I'll feel differently. Can't imagine. But I always thought that it'd be fun to help families, but there's no really Air Force base around here. Not that I would have to be Air Force, but I am an Air Force brat. Anyway, I'll have to focus on today. So yeah, so I'm letting a lot of that go. It's just like ding, ding, ding. Like, what? Of course. Let go of some of my precious mugs, y'all. I did. So one of my friends, I didn't know that she collects mugs with sayings. So I gave her a couple of my favorite ones. And then I put a couple at work. And there was maybe one I literally like put in the vets. But overall, you know, none of my precious novelty mugs or my Christmas, no. And yeah, so it's going. And I'm trying to find a better balance, but because of the energy I have in it, it's not manic, it's just a nervous energy. But the things that I'm doing for that, one is I'm having a hard time eating, and that's not helpful for my brain. I am definitely getting my protein shake down. I'm getting 2 things of water, like this is my goal every day. I did pretty good yesterday. And, you know, I'm doing my best. So, and I got Trader Joe's and I got, I took pictures. So I'm going to try to post to Instagram and my community page just to check in with you guys. But I did, I love the green chili chicken frozen thing, the Cuban or something black bean chicken thing. I got chicken shumai. I love that chicken. And that's like 2 meals for me. I got the French onion soup dumplings. I got some burritos that are frozen. I got to split them up. And so my boss found kimbap for me. Because even then, there was none there. I have 8. Y'all, 8. So that's just and sometimes, you know, but lately it's just my stomach. Even I couldn't have that. But that's such a good thing to eat off of. But, yeah, I get my protein. This is like, I can't remember if it's 50 grams of protein, something like that. I'll have to look at it again. And maybe I can have 2. I don't know. Been working on it. And the other thing is, when I took a yoga class, we did this thing called feet to the wall. And you're going to be as close or as far depending on how tight your body is, right? And the goal is eventually you can get closer and you'll loosen up. My outer thighs, not my hips. I feel like I have arthritis, and I'm like, you don't have arthritis. You're not stretching, and you're putting your body through hell. That is what. And your body's like, hey, girl, we're here. You want to stretch us a little bit? So I have. I've been trying to do that at least 5 minutes, working my way up, and then doing my morning pages. Whenever I feel acute anxiety, and I'm not usually an anxious human being, so it's very unpleasant for me. It's horrible. So I am just scribbling my brains out. And those of you who may be popping in and haven't, you know, met me before, thank you. But, so you just take like any piece of paper. I have theme notebooks, and I have theme notebooks, y'all, and I have theme notebooks. Oh my God, I have such good stuff. But I just write. You write. It's stream of consciousness. There's no dotting I's, crossing T's. There's no grammatical crap. You just pour out the monkey mind, whatever's going on. You just pour it out on paper. And so I try to do that. And then I'm trying to walk, doing my 10-minute walk. It's been nice. I've been hopping on my treadmill when I'm downstairs. I have my shoes to hop on for 10 minutes. And right now it's full of stuff because I'm getting that carpet clean. So one of my main goals today is to get that put back together so I can just hop on my treadmill. I'm trying to do little things like keep my dishes done, like put my clothes. I took every one of my sheets and pillowcases. I've washed them all. And I'm not sure when I get a new mattress if maybe I would get, because let's say I do end up moving eventually, and maybe a queen would be too big in a room. Maybe I need a full. So I was thinking, and really I got the queen really so my niece and nephew when they spent the night was comfy. So Claire and I could do okay with the full, and get a better full. But then I have to get new sheets. So, and I'm gonna put a thing on Instagram. It's just things you don't see, like over my banister upstairs. I have my mom's like tablecloths and quilts and stuff that my friend Angela gave me. So I went through that and I found this. I love this thing. It's a like a duvet cover for a full bed, and it's really vintage, honestly shabby chic. Because obviously I had a full bed when I bought it. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, it's awesome. It's like, looks like old, longer, bigger handkerchiefs, all real bright, all sewn together to make, this is like a quilt almost. It's so cool. I took a picture, like, just shop your own house. And I got to wash my other one. It's heavier, and I got a light blanket. So I'm just trying to go through these sheets, and I like to have, I have my mom's sheets. I have let go of many sets. And I also got rid of 6 pillows. There's something about pillows. But it becomes almost too much in the middle of the night, right? So I've let go of 6 pillows. I still have to reevaluate. And at some point when I do get my new mattress, I'll tell you who has it's hard for me to find a pillow. IKEA has really great pillows, and they go from like $20 up to, I think one was $120. And there was ones that were like $60 that were really felt comfortable. So it's in the future, but that's in my mind. So let more pillows go. And I've let more tablecloths go. I have a quilt or 2 I might let go. I'm not sure yet. I have to discuss it with Beverly. But the books, you guys. There would not be enough time if all I did was read 10 hours a day and I died at 90. And I'm interested in so many things. And part of that's ADHD, right? Your brain is curious and it's like, oh, look at this. Oh, wow, look at this book. And poor Beverly. So those of you who are new, I am I work in a library, and one of my jobs is getting for books for people who are homebound. But also, I'm just a reader's advisor. I've been reading since a long time, and I have managed bookstores, and my mom and I my mom was a tour guide at the United States Capitol, and I'll have to tell you one day about I was an elevator operator for the United States Senate, and that's a story, y'all. I have to tell you sometime. Remind me. But I'm good at a cocktail party. Now, do they have cocktail parties? Not in my world. None of my new friends drink. But okay, I'm gonna hold it together here. Anyway, so my mom it's so funny because up there it really is who you know. So where my mom works, someone came in and she was secretary for the president of the Senate, who's Bob Byrd at the time. So she got me a job on the elevators because of her patronage. And I thought I wanted to work on the Hill, and then I really decided, no, I don't. I really don't. If you want to help people, don't work there. Man, I do have to tell you stories. It's amazing, but my mom, I'll tell you, we came back from Arizona, and honestly, I'm trying to remember. I don't think ever being as depressed as that, even as hard as it is right now. But So I got that job, and then I decided, okay, I don't really want to work up here. So anybody or connections or someone I could talk to about helping get another job, I thought, I'm going to get my mom a job. So one of the senators, Senator Pryor from Arkansas, was a lovely human being, just wonderful man. I said, we got to know each other. I said, now, Senator Pryor, can you do, I have a favor, big favor. And you can say no, of course. And he looked at me, he's like, I said, I would love to get my mom a job up here, which, with your help. And I said, or you can marry her, your choice. He's like, well, I don't think my wife likes that other option. So he got her, it took a while, but he got her a job in the post office at the Senate. These are not easy jobs to get. So she got that job. She was thrilled. And my mom, is 3,000 times more outgoing and cheerful. Well, cheerful is not the word, but outgoing and a people lover than I am. I mean, honestly, she's something. I tell you, we've never gone to the grocery store. I'm not even joking. Where she hasn't met someone, or hey, Tracy, I'm like, did you know that person? No, I just met him here. Okay. That's my mother. And her generosity of heart, absolutely her best quality. Anyway, she was my mother. And the guy who ran the tour guides, now getting a tour guide job is insanely hard. Insanely hard. And the guy who was running it fell in love with my mother. He loved her attitude, loved everything. He said, it doesn't matter how harried you are when I come in here, you are always just giving excellent service, and I can tell how much you love people. Hired her as a tour guide. That was all on my mother. So, and smart choice on his part. But one of the things too is, and she loved studying and about the Capitol. She loved the Capitol, and she always had. We have a lot of pictures of back in the day, my brother there, my grandparents there. It's just that's one of the cool things to live here. I mean, I live far away now, but not that far. So she got that job and she loved it. And what she wanted to do, there's statues, right? Okay, there's statues and there's books on statues. So she wanted to collect all these books. And about the Senate. So we started hunting, because we're thrifters, right? And I'm a recovering thrifter. So yeah. But she gave most of them to the Senate library when she retired. But I have some stuff, so I don't know. I'm gonna look through them. For some reason that's hard. So I haven't looked. There's a whole shelf. They're not hurting anything, and I have to see what the value is of them. And I do think there's some stuff maybe my niece would like too, but my nephew would like. So that's for another day. But then, tour guiding is hard work. And after 9/11, she was in that building and she had to run for her life. I think about that sometimes if she had died on 9/11, how lucky. That was one of the worst days of my life, honestly, waiting to hear from her. And what was interesting on 9/11 is, they hit the Pentagon and the smoke had wafted. So they were saying the Capitol had been hit. And you're just seeing these towers. The Capitol's like an old building, right? With tons of marble. And I thought, people are calling me and I'm like, don't call me. I got to keep the line open. And sure enough, an hour later, I get a phone call. My mom's like, I'm heading to Shady Grove, pick me up. So, they had to run for their life. But she, no money, no wallet, no ID, nothing. Borrowed someone's cell phone. Someone gave her a ticket or money, and they should have just made it free. I don't know if they did that. I can't remember. But anyway, she got home. It was that was crazy. So I'm very fortunate that so many people did not have that happen. But the news reporting the Capitol had been hit, and it hadn't. Oh my God. Unbelievable. There was such confusion, but you expect the news to get it right. Well, you did it back then anyway. So anyway, after that, it got harder and harder. And she, in October and April are crazy. Like every middle schooler comes, and my mom was like, I know when I did sometimes I like to put hair color under my hair because I don't like it growing out. And my mom would say, don't do it. You make me sick because all these 13-year-olds with their hair color. Oh, God. So anyway, she transitioned into, she got a job with the House of Representatives Sergeant at Arms. And so technically Nancy Pelosi, but they're under the architect of the Capitol. It's all interesting, all the different departments and stuff. But So basically her job was to help people get to where they needed to go. Well, what was so interesting, my mom's, you get a new book of the new people coming in, the members in the senators, and she studied that book. She knew who people were. She knew what committees they were on. And she knew, so I can't remember who the senator was, where he was from, not a senator, he was a congressman, brand new. And he's looking around, she's like, hi, congratulations, Congressman Brown. And he's like, oh, you know me? And she goes, yeah. She goes, are you looking for your committee room? He's like, I am. He goes, wow. He's like, what's your name? And, that's just her. She loved it. So I have stuff like that, but I'm going to leave most of it for my nephew to go through and decide. And she's kept every front page of anything important forever. But anyway, so I have a bunch of stuff I'm going to put in there, but I think my original point was, I'm going to try to be really ruthless. So my library is going to be my first thing. And it's going to be a very fast process. I've already let go tons of books. My idea is any books I want to read are going to come out of there and be in my room or here. And then I've gotten rid of so much, y'all. It's just, I have eclectic taste. So all my there's some, well, you can always get stuff, but somebody said, oh, I do like nonfiction. I've already gotten rid of a lot of my eclectic nonfiction, but, and I had to show you my Jane Austen. Y'all, I actually got rid of Jane Austen stuff. That's how serious I am. I want the universe to know I am serious about letting stuff go. But that's another talk. But I'll have to show you all my pictures of Pride and Prejudice. I have different covers, and right now I'm keeping all those. But yeah, so I am just going to, so my first goal today is I got to switch stuff around, go through the books that are in there and decide which ones are coming up and try to let more go. The more you let go, the less you have to handle. And then my desk drawers, I have like 2 filing cabinets with an IKEA kind of round thing on it. And that's where I'm going to keep my sewing machine. And I have a little TV for when I'm on the treadmill, like I put on YouTube or Beyonce or something, something that's inspirational and gives me energy. Or sometimes I just watch The Big Bang Theory. It's 20 minutes, funny. So I want to get all that put back together again. And then Carrie peed all over my library. For some reason, Claire was in there peeing. So I really need that to be done. That's pretty much, I'm so happy this is going to be done. Although I truly know you have to. She wasn't doing it long, so hopefully this is going to catch everything and not be a continuing ordeal. But anyway, and then I went through my drawers and I have collected Post-it notes and ones with sayings, or people have given me little notebooks, paper. I had an abundance of stuff, so I got half of it. I got a little box, and I just threw stuff in it for the vets. So I got to organize all that. But one of the things I want to talk about too is I pretty much have almost every greeting card I've ever gotten. Pretty much. Which is a miracle because my mom loves to throw stuff out. And I don't know. I'm not going to go through it now because it's very emotional. And I was looking through some and I can't remember some people. It's wild to me. But I'm going to let them go. Now, I'm going to go through and pick some out that are really special, or some that I want to incorporate in my art, but it's time. I do think my thought was let's say I die in 30 years, Jesus help me, that my niece and nephew could sell them. They'd be very valuable in the art community. Y'all, I can make a fortune in the art community. It's just with now I'm keeping some books that are valuable, but I just have such cool stuff. But I wish I knew someone who did have the focus and we could split it, but I just don't have it right now to follow through. Number one, I'd have to get a new printer, and using my iPhone, and I desperately want a new iPad, but yeah. So it'll come to me in other ways, and I'd rather focus on YouTube, honestly. So, but all these books, one day I will sit down when things are calmer and go through and, but sometimes people put so you'll see, let's say it's a paperback, I don't know, Pearl Buck or something. You'll see most of it are $2.99, $5.99, $12.99, and then you see somebody selling it for $152. But what drives me crazy, you're asking $152 plus $4 in shipping. Dude, throw in the shipping, okay? Throw in the shipping, because not much. So it's really wildly, but I have a book, an old book of hospital plans from Japan. I have this amazing German book that's like old beauty techniques and stuff. So, I mean, I'm talking eclectic, but you can't keep everything. So anyway, I just wanted to say hi. I'm feeling better right now. I'm still struggling, but I'm really doing everything I can not to get to that emotional place that I was when I filmed that. You know, and I have stuff I've already filmed, so I'm gonna try to buckle down and put that up too. I just don't, I know you guys are so supportive and reached out to me, and I appreciate it. You can't even imagine how much I appreciate it. I wish y'all lived near me. I know you guys would come like en masse and just help me get rid of things. It's just, I really need help, and people are busy. Who wants to come help someone? They got their own stuff to deal with. So it's very lonely in a way, you know, it's really lonely. And I don't usually feel lonely, but trying to call in all my, y'all, all my Vikings. Got my Viking ancestors with me. But I want to pop in. I've missed talking to you guys. I really have. I just don't want to bleed everywhere. Does that make sense? I mean, I know there's some of you who totally support me and are okay with that. But I don't want that to be the only thing. And sometimes, you know, when I'm in that deep despair, and I knew I had to say something, I just, yeah. But I'm going to find someone who does EMDR, and we'll go into talk about that. And also through my work, you can get like, I don't know, 7, 8 sessions. So I'm going to look into that and see. I don't need talk therapy. And I need a financial planner who's have a union. So I'm going to look into all these things. But today I'm going to set up my thing with Care First, so I can, they'll help guide me through medical stuff and help me find PT and, all that kind of stuff. So that's number one. And I'm making a doctor's appointment. I got 2 doctor's appointments to make. So this afternoon I've allowed from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. I figure everyone's back from lunch to do these things to get them off my list. But I'm going to go because I have an hour and I got some stuff to do. And, yeah. So wish me well. And, I'll sometimes, I want to take you guys when I'm getting rid of stuff, but sometimes I just need to get in the Zen mode and just do it. Plus, I don't know how exciting it is if you're not an art person or do junk journals to watch me go through paper. Shockingly, I could watch people do it, but all right, guys. So that's it. And I know I wanted to show you. So, like this, it's been up in my cupboard, and somebody gave it to me, and I love stuff like this, but I forgot it's hot chocolate. So it was 12/26/22, and it been open. And then my other thought is, okay, that jar is super cute, but I'm like, we don't, it's one thing to throw it out because I want to recycle it. I'm like, you know what? We're in an emergency. We're letting it go. Yeah, it's just stuff like that, you guys. It's just here, but not for much longer. I want everything to have meaning to me or make me smile or be useful. And, I have to caveat because most of my stuff is cute or fun. But really, is this, again, I could get back to, I'm going to move to a little villa in New Zealand. I don't know what they call the houses there. What would I take? What would I take? That's a no. So, all right, you guys, you take care, and I'll talk to you soon. And I appreciate your support. I feel it. Even if you didn't write anything or reach out, I feel it. And I know you guys relate. I know we all suffer and have pain. And I do know this too shall pass. But I've never quite been this. I think part of it is my ADHD is, I think when I couldn't get meds, it just did something to my brain. And I feel like the medicine right now is a little better because I'm actually really following through on things. But to have your brain just not cooperate and you don't even know, oh my God, it's been upsetting. But I'm going to work my way through. And anyway, I'll see you soon. Let me go through some packs.